What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new tactic. Today it's about Luis Enrique. PSG have been playing some of the best football in Europe this season, and I thought it was only fair that we take some time to really go and take some time to research and recreate his wonderful system. If you do enjoy the tactics on this channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And once again, if you do enjoy rebuilds, make sure you are heading over to Daily Josh as well, because we've got some very exciting rebuilds coming up with all of these tactics from this week, and they got to cook. So make sure you head over. Let's get into the results. And firstly, you best know we're going to PSG. So then, we are going to start off with Paris Saint-Germain, where we do enjoy a great season over in France, lifting the Trophy des Champions 3-0 over AS Monaco. The French Cup, we are going to win 6-1 over Montpellier. And when it comes to the actual Champions League, quite realistic, I think, because we do make a very, very good bit of progress. Not realistic that Real Madrid are going to win it, because that's impossible in real life, but I think PSG will get to the final, and it's whether they win it or not. So for us, it didn't go our way. In real life, maybe it will. Let me know in the comments right now who you think is going to win that Champions League. Now, the French league was very, very strong, as it should be. We're one of the better teams in here. We've got the likes of Kvaratskhelia, 32 goals, Gonçalo Ramos 29, Dembele 29 goals as well, 4 players in the average rating, Donnarumma coming in with 15 clean sheets, 3 players in the assist as well. I do quickly want to say sorry for that cough as well a couple of seconds ago. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I still want to get on the grind and release content, so I do apologise. Hopefully that didn't offend anyone. Going over to the stats, we are going to see 129 goals being scored, leading Marseille, over 700 shots, only 133 shots against, 64% possession. That is what I like to see. Beautiful. The fewest conceded, joint first with Monaco when it comes to the clean sheet. So a really, really strong occasion here, because we're dominating possession. We're very solid when it comes to defending, and we are having so many more goals go in our favour than anybody else in the league. And the Data Hub only backs that. 3.79 goals a game, 0.53 conceded, an 89% pass completion, over 20 shots a game. This tactic is absolutely incredible. And do you know what? I mean, we didn't win the Champions League, fine, but we won everything else. It's a great display in the Champions League, and all done with ridiculous stats as well. That is what I was after. This French Cup final was actually sort of made to come alive by one of my favourite players in real life. That is going to be Ousmane Dembele. I really like this guy because there was a time in his career where he was just injured, not putting in real great performances. But I think under Enrique, he's really picked up this almost leadership role where he's really come into his own and he's putting in some really good performances. And I mean, in this French Cup final, granted, it is against an easier team, he scored 5 goals. So I mean, the guy was an absolute menace. A great penalty there as well from the new man. And I just think PSG, again, I'm going to head to the comments for some feedback here, but I think PSG are actually better without Mbappe. Genuinely, I think they are better. And I mean, this was a decent goal from them, to be fair, but with the sort of goal advantage we had and that we also went on to game, this final was only going one way. And the fact that we actually have got 3 more goals to show and every goal was scored from Dembele just shows how good he was for us in this season. And with this tactic, he really does thrive because he has the support around him. He has the freedom to go and do this, you know, run at an entire team. And he has got so much pace. He's so good with the ball at his feet, and his finishing has come on tenfold. So, I mean, he is really the complete package here, as he is going to go again. And I mean, just look at him. He is an absolute nightmare to stop. Keeper maybe should be saving that, but let's not take it away from him. Then we are going to go over to Wolves, where we do enjoy a great season. We're not going to talk about the game against United. We are never going to talk about that on this channel. We do win the FA Cup 6-1 over Man City. Finalists in the Carabao Cup, where sadly Brighton, of all teams, are going to be too strong. A very strong in the Premier League, as we do get Champions League football and finish inside of 3rd place. Cunha is going to be your top goal scorer. The guy's absolutely busted in this game. A real strong player. And I think with this team, the one issue we had was actually the defensive side. If you look at it right now, we're down in 5th, we're down in joint 5th as well. Possession, a bit of a drop off. Well, actually, no. 4th place with Wolves is very strong. So I won't say a drop off because we've had more possession than some really big teams. So a great result there. We are still outscoring everybody, but if you compare this to the season with PSG, we are, of course, not as defensively solid. And you can see that there as we are just under the 1 goal conceded threshold, above 2 goals a game though, basically edging towards 3, a good amount of shots, a good pass completion, and overall a pretty positive season. I mean, I'm pretty sure Wolves fans would take an FA Cup win, a Carabao Cup final appearance, and Champions League football. And then we go over to Braga to finish things off, where sadly Benfica are a little bit too strong in the league, but still massively overachieved there. Not great in the Champions League, but done okay in the Europa League. Unfortunately, Liverpool are going to be in there, and they are going to be a bit too much of a tough opposition to sort of get the one over. The Portuguese Cup, we are going to win 2-0, which is very good, and the League Cup, we are actually going to beat Sporting 4-1 in the final, so a very strong time there. And although we didn't win the league, we have won 2 of these Portuguese Cups. It's not a horrific display in the Europa League. I mean, the defeat was actually a bit embarrassing. I'm going to show you. I didn't have to, but I will. 6-2, but I mean, if we could have got that game done, could we have won the final? Potentially. But to be honest with you, the data hub as well is quite impressive. 2.62 goals a game, 0.76 conceded. The pass completions there, the shots per game are there. It's just not really getting the job done on the day in the league. But let's face it, we're 2 places up on the predicted finish. It's a W. And this League Cup final against Sporting, one of the best teams in Portuguese football. I mean, we put on a really, really strong display here, and it was awful from Sporting to start things off. What a mistake to make in 23 seconds. It is genuinely humiliating. We're then going to go and have a very, very good set piece, and I tell you what, a little bit scrappy, but we put the ball in a dangerous area, and you're going to reap the rewards. A 2-0 lead inside of 62 minutes. Another set piece comes in right now. A great ball in, and that one is the near post. That is the Josh Daly set piece. A great set piece right there. And that is going to be a 3-0 lead. Now, unfortunately, we're playing Victor Gyökeres, and apparently this guy, it's almost illegal for him not to score a goal every game. So he is going to get a goal as a little consolation. But not only do we win this game, we also have the last laugh in terms of the goals, as we are going to go down the right-hand side here. Plenty of space, and that is a great way to end a game. And now we are going to go over and break down this wonderful tactic. So let's go over and discuss it. So firstly, if you are enjoying, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And once again, if you do enjoy rebuilds, make sure you are coming over to Daily Josh. We put up a rebuild once every 2 days. So if you are subscribed to both channels, there is a piece of content every single day. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We do not take a day off. We are here to stay. But to make this tactic, you are going to go over and create your own style and simply load in a 4-3-3 DM wide. So we are going to build it up. It's not similar to Arteta's system. It is the same formation, but it does play quite different. So first off, we are going to go up and change to positive from balanced. And when it comes to the goalkeeper, we are going to deploy a sweeper keeper simply set to defend with no custom instructions. Now, the right back is going to have a lot of instructions because, of course, it is Hakimi, and he is a very, very vital player in this team. So he is going to be a wing back set to attack. Now, by default, he is going to have 2 instructions, but that's not enough. We have got a lot more for him, and that is because he does play quite a vital role in this team. So to start things off, we are going to tell him to cross more. We are also going to tell him to cross at the centre, dribble more, and also run wide, shoot less, and tackle harder. So to clarify, cross more, cross centre, dribble more, run wide, shoot less, and also tackle harder. Now this is because I want him to be as aggressive as possible, but I don't want him to be shooting, for example, but I also want him to be putting them balls in as much as he can, because he can put in a great ball. So very important we capitalise on that. When it comes to the left back, we are going to have a wing back actually on automatic, and he's going to have a lot less instructions. Simply one, that being set to tackle harder. We are then going to deploy 2 ball playing defenders on the left hand side and also on the right hand side, and both of them are going to share that wonderful tackle harder instruction. So the left back will get up, but obviously the main focus across this back line is on Hakimi to really go up and progress the play. And when you've got him and Dembele on the right hand side, you're going to score goals. Trust me on that one. Going over to the midfield, we are going to use a DLP on support. Again, a very important role to have in this team because we've got a lot of forward runners, and we are simply going to tell him to tackle harder. By default, he's going to shoot less anyway, and he's going to hold the position and take more risks. Exactly what I tell him to anyway, so it's quite handy there by default. And when it comes to the midfield, we are on the right-hand side going to use a box-to-box on support, who has got quite a fair few instructions. Firstly, dribble more. Secondly, shoot less often. Thirdly, get forward. We're then going to go with move into the channels and also set to tackle harder. So this player is going to be very, very attack and minded, very confident on the ball, pushing forward and getting involved. You can get away with having a couple of attacking players in the French League. In the bigger Champions League games, I'll potentially remove the get forward and dribble more because you don't want to overcommit too early. But in the French League, the French Cups, you can really take the game from minute 1. Next to him, we are going to use a CM set to attack. So again, a very, very attack and roll. And he's simply going to be told to take more risks and also tackle harder. I do want to quickly say at this part of the video, if you are interested in getting all of these wonderful perks, that does include all 3 tactics today, all of my year's tactics, that is over 200, all of my rebuild files, set pieces, training routines, tactical help. You also get access to a big community live chat, ad-free viewing. There's so many perks to go through. You can come over and check out the Patreon where you can still get 20% off, so make sure you come on over. We've had about 93 people sign up in the past week and it has been mental, so make sure you come on over because people are entering before the £900 giveaway. So get stuck in, get involved. That wasn't an FM reference, but you can get stuck in. Going over to the front 3, we are going to deploy an inverted winger on attack on the left hand side, and he's going to be told to simply roam from position, sit narrow alongside of tackle, and also mark the right back. Now, this is something that has come into play quite recently, and I won't hide the fact that it was actually Nap that sort of told me about this and put me on about this. Marking the wing backs is really good in this game because it forces so many errors and it really makes them uncomfortable, so make sure you are doing that. When it comes to the right hand side, we are going to use an inverted winger on the right hand side on attack, and he is going to be told to shoot more alongside of sit narrow, tackle harder, and also mark the left back. Simply and lovely like that, because Dembele does cut in. He has quite a fair few shots, and therefore we're going to allow that in this tactic. And lastly, we are going to go instantly and have a default pressing forward simply set to attack. So pretty nice and basic. Now when it comes to the team instructions, we are going to go all the way down to narrow. We are also going to use low crosses, work the ball into the box, play out from the back, focus down the right and the left while overlapping. Again, very key, we are overlapping, dribble less, so we do get that possession while being more expressive, all the way down to much shorter, and the tempo all the way up to higher. In transition, we're going to counter press and simply play across the back line while taking short goal kicks, so pretty straightforward there. And one thing you'll notice about PSG is they definitely don't have a standard line. We're going to go in with the much higher line, and we are going to invite crosses, step up more, get stuck in, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and finally we are going to max out the trigger press to much more often. Now of course, as every video that I do on this channel, we have also got an attacking version. Now I will be honest, there is not much that changes in the attacking version. The defensive version, there are a lot of changes, so we'll go over this one quite quickly. The goalkeeper does remain the same. The ball players are both now on dribble more and also tackle harder. The wing back on the left and on the right are both on attack. On the left down side now, we have got him on attack on take more risks, cross more, cross centre, dribble more, run wide and tackle harder. The right back does remain exactly the same. The DLP remains the same. The box to box, dribble more, get forward, move into the channels and also tackle harder. The CM does remain the same, and the front 3 does remain exactly the same as well. Big change, we are going to go up to attacking when it comes to the mentality. This does remain the same. We are also going to have the low crosses, working the ball into the box, all of this good stuff. I'm not going to waste your time with it because, as I said, the defensive one, there is quite a lot to talk about. So in terms of the actual in possession, it is exactly the same as the default. This isn't the same, so we are going to counter press and play to the back line, but to try and rush things a little bit, we are going to distribute quickly because we are obviously in an attacking variant. We obviously need a goal. This stuff does remain the same good stuff, so invite crosses, step up more, get stuck in, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and max out that trigger press. So that is going to be identical, and that is going to be a very similar, but just a few little changes in there that do make the big difference. And this is now going to be a very different system, a defensive shape of the Luis Enrique vibe. The goalkeeper on the default, both of the ball players, both on defend, both on tackle harder. not one, but 2 defensive wingbacks, both on the default, a DM on the right on defend on take fewer risks and tackle harder, on the left a DM on support on tackle harder. The CM must remain on attack to give something going forward on take more risks and tackle harder. The inverted wingers both are on roam, sit narrow, tackle harder and mark position. The right hand side marking the D in brackets L, the left hand side marking the D in brackets R, and the pressing forward simply drops to support. We have also gone back to positive with the mentality. The attack and width does remain the same. The low crosses also remains the same. On this occasion, we are not going to work the ball into the box. We are also not going to have overlap and runs, but we are going to pass into the space and focus down the left and the right while playing out from the back. We are actually going to go a little bit more director. Obviously, we were all the way down here. We are now going to be on slightly shorter. We are also going to run at defence, and with that passing into the space, we really are now taking this sort of counter-attack and more direct approach. In transition, we are now going to regroup and then counter, and you can see that front four are going to fly forward, so you will still be able to score goals. When the goalkeeper has it though, slow that pace down and simply take short goal kicks. And lastly, out of possession, we're going to go right in with the high press, the standard line, get stuck in, and a maxed out trigger press to much more often. And that's going to give you boys and girls not 1, not 2, but 3 versions of Luis Enrique's PSG, who's enjoying a great season. So fair play to him. If you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and once again you can comment below any tactic you want to see. I've got a big notepad here, so if you're waiting on your tactic, it is coming up, but there are tons of requests. Remember, the people on the Patreon also request, on YouTube, TikTok, there's tons of stuff getting done, and we might even have to start uploading daily on this channel. So if you want that, do let me know, because we have got about over 70 tactic requests, so we've got to get cracking. And yeah, hopefully we get them done. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.